Ready to go live? Absolutely, we're ready to go live. Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not go live when you can, right? Why not do it? Why not? Who else would do it but me? Shout out to me. What did Snoop Dogg say? Shout out to me. Happy oh yeah, waiting on yeah, and there. Waiting on everybody to come in and tune in and are you already here? Can you hear me? Oh, so he's in the queue. Can he can you hear Tom? Can he hear you too, Tom? Or you can just hear me? Okay, cool. Wow, he's attentive, and it is 1, 12, 11, 10 o'clock in Cali on a Sunday. I like that. I like this guy. I like him a lot. You say what? Yeah, I know I'm live. I know I'm live. My friend. The show is on right now. Welcome to what are we calling this again, Malachi? Malachi said, come on, you gotta get some more structure to this thing. So we're just going live conversations about go-go music today with your guy DJ King Cannon. I'm glad I got this one, man. Good gosh, I could do that for me at least, but they want me to give myself this one. Oh no, not that one. This one. Oh yeah, that's the one they want from me. I'll figure it out as we go along. We got sound effects in here, man. So waiting on everybody to tune in and chime in because today we're going to talk about South by Southwest. We're going to talk about Broccoli City. We're going to talk about the direction to go and what we like to see. And plus, I want to recap. Did you put it up there, Tom? I want to recap people's weekend this weekend and see just exactly what did you do and how was your experience in go-go this weekend? Because I had, again, a feel-good damn time. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know. I have no idea what you guys are doing when you all go out to party. But Tone, this weekend I went out to party, and some people would say it's a job. Some people would say it's a responsibility. Some people would say it's a duty to do what you do, but for me, it is a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to be in the building and surrounded by these great musicians that could take on any musician across any spectrum of any brand of music that you decide to bring in. So this weekend for me, I went crazy. What you tangled up in there? Tom's getting his mic together. We're low budget right now, so but I promise if we make any money, we'll reinvest it into the show. Hold on, let me get that in there. Can y'all see that? All right, cool. There we go. What you had? You had a party in here last week? So I don't be having parties at our studio and not inviting people. I found this out from our last week's show. You in too? Yeah. I found that out from our last week's show that Tone has house parties on a regular basis at his house, and he doesn't invite. You have to be on the invite list to get in here. So this week, you say what? Talk to the camera. Yeah, look at the camera. Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. We're gonna have to move the monitor over here because I'm looking up here, and then I'm gonna look at. Okay, all right, cool. I got you. Yeah, don't worry about the TV. Don't worry about the monitor. All right, cool. All right, so this weekend I did. It rained in DC this weekend, so I got the call this week that not because of the rain, but because of scheduling issues with the evening event I do. With Subtle Thoughts at the Cambria Hotel in Southwest Washington, D.C. So we got postponed until we'll be back there, I think, March 17th. So shout out to Marlon. Like I say, Marlon is one of the, man, good gosh, man. Marlon is one of the best managers in go-go right now. And if he doesn't at least become, I don't know if they're doing awards this year or, Malachi and I, we have discussions about award sessions and stuff. I guess we're in that season. I think I would, I think he should definitely be nominated or at least on someone's list to say this guy's one of the guys that's shaking up things and getting it done. And he's doing it with Subtle at their pace, So we got canceled, not canceled, but postponed until the 17th of January. So for everybody that likes to come through the Cambria, bring that sexy stuff on down to 69 Q Street Southwest, 6 to 11. I'm in there damage in the building. I'm trying to knock the doors off the hotel, man. If you got a room in there, trust me, you know I'm there because I'm turning the whole building up, and then Subtle come in and finish dominating with their style and brand of play. But after that, I went to Aqua, and it was a rainy. Go-Go is different with different weather climates. I know everyone has a different preference of their season to come out, and I think when it snows or rains in DC or the temperature drops, you really find out your real core fan base. You discover as an artist or a band period, when if you're not in an area that experiences bad weather on a regular basis, you find out that, hey, this just might not be the this is where your real fans have to show up and show out. And with TCB, the Bounce Beat Kings, they we do Friday nights up Aqua, and we had fun. Damo did not have my table, and I'm gonna say that the experience that I received, that the love that I received, is not the love that I reciprocate to Damo from Aqua this week. I'm not feeling her energy this week. I feel implored that she would treat me in such a manner. I need an explanation. I'm gonna see if I can get Damo on the line, because I need an explanation immediately to find out what's going on. And then Saturday night, man, I mean, I did a I told you yesterday. I did laundry on Saturday during the day, and I got called to do I think like a 15-year-old birthday event. You ain't messing with it. You ain't coming through. Yeah, I had something else to do anyway with the fam, so I was just like, and then Creed
DJ a 15-year-old.
They wanted me to DJ a 15-year-old at the last minute. I was just like, I got some other stuff to do anyway, so I took care, cleaned out the house a little bit, cleaned up, did a little. We're getting close to spring in the district. The cherry blossoms are about to get to pop, and then people are ready to. The tourists are ready to come on in and spend that money, and DC has the official music of Go-Go is the official music. So I'm assuming that on the tour guide list now that says come through to some of the Go-Go venues, right? As inside the tourist stop. It should say that. Thinking. What am I thinking?
No, wishful thinking.
Well, I'm gonna say it's baby steps, because I called DC Department of DMV the other day, and it was cranking. They were cranking. When you call that intro that I had on there, when you call government offices now in DC, because DC is the official music. Did you know that, Malachi? No, he's in California. You knew that. Okay. Well, you knew the music was okay. You could bring him in. You want to come in now, Mally, or you no, I'll give you 2 more minutes. Or you got something to do. You busy? Because I want to get through the weekend, and then all right. You gonna bring him in? All right, we're still gonna talk about the weekend, because did you do something this weekend, Mally? I know you got stuff coming up. He's a busy guy. So I don't want to hold him up too long. So we'll bring him into the conversation. But then I did that, and then Saturday was the Essence. Oh man, they showed. I cannot wait to put some of the clips up that I had from Aqua DC this weekend, because it was such a cranking experience, because we had the Subtle was there, and one of my favorite up and coming bands, the One Band. And the One Band, Malachi always says, I'm telling you, when it comes, I don't know what class. See, I never really. So when they started putting these categories into bands, like Grown is Sexy, Gospel, what is it, Crank, it's different categories to go-go music, and whatever class of band you are, to me, I'm just like, they're musicians that can play, and they play go-go music to me. But when you put these classes in, these specifications, like, light skin, light brown skin, light skin, what I'm saying? You're all black, so you're all go-go bands to a certain degree.
Not all of us.
Not all of us, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, if you got Congos and Timbales up there, I think they would say, "Hey, I'm a go-go band. We are a go-go band."
No,
And
I was just saying not all of us are black. That's all I was talking.
oh yeah, that's true. That's a part of it as well. That's a big point.
Most, but not all.
Yeah, most, but not all. But so I never broke down the I never looked into the category. But I think between the one band and I know they do like this Love DC Go-Go and Capri Monique, they do this March Madness thing where they I guess they consider it the mid-level bands, which all of those bands are phenomenal to me. They are outstanding. They stand in their own lane. Shout out to Bam. Shout out to whoever's in there. I don't want to miss a name because I know it's a bunch of bands that go into this, and I hope they're doing it again this March. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check with Priya. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna text her and see what she's at.
I don't think those categories have anything to do with whether or not the bands sound good or play well, though. I think you just have to do like their, how their turnouts are, their attendance at their.
Oh, that's what makes that's what.
I think I'm like you. I don't really 100% ascribe to those, those segmentations either. But I think that's what it means.
Yeah. Okay. What you working on, man? How you doing, man? Let me introduce you first, man. Let me introduce you first because I don't think a lot of people get to understand the impact that you have on our community and the things that you have in the backpack that you're ready to unleash to the world and the dynamic to what you can bring to our industry and our culture as a whole. Malachi Johns, I appreciate you, man. First off, that's the first thing, and
mutual, sir.
To be accessible and to have the amount of information that you have for artists and not just artists, musicians, from your background at working at 90 it was 95, right? Was it 93?
I worked at PGC in DC and then also at 97.5 in Vegas before that.
Right, in Vegas. And then you I'm sure that's not even the start of your career right there, but just starting right there and then saying, man, doing the things like inviting Go-Go into the MGM National Harbor.
Not MGM. I worked at Maryland Live.
Maryland Live. I'm sorry. Good gosh. My intern sucks. Hold
on. Before we go any further, are you drinking Perrier right now?
What's wrong with that? You don't drink?
I just knew you were a snob.
This proves it right here. Does this prove it? Okay.
Like regular people don't drink Perrier. You're only.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I curse? Can I curse?
Yes, you can say what you like. I mean, we're trying to figure. We're working out the kinks, so you could do what you feel right now. We're not under any contracts.
I don't know, man. It looks pretty professional to me. I mean, even though it looks like it's a Ravens podcast or something.
These are fraternity colors, so be careful. I don't want them to attack you. I don't want them. Okay. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, DJ Tom. Yes. Yes. Thank you. But other than that, we looking good. Did you like the
I appreciate it. Yeah, it looks great, man.
Cool. I appreciate you for coming on to the show. But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Malachi Johns, Northeast Groovers, Mumbo Sauce, the #1 guy that you can call if you're trying to get anything done. You're trying to get into a venue, you don't know why, call this guy. You're trying to figure out why your band ain't cranking. Call this guy. Do you need a real song written? Call this guy. Mr. Malachi Johns. Los Angeles, California, tuning in with us. Thank you for coming through today, man. I do really, 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 really appreciate you, man.
No problem.
What time is it and what's your temperature, man? You know we always gotta check that out.
I don't know. Y'all been warmer than us recently.
I was about to say we got a warm day today. Hold on, let me take a sip of my Perrier while you do that.
It's 10:35 a.m. and it's 55 degrees here in Long Beach, California.
LBC. That's the home of the birthplace of Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Indeed. Yep.
Okay. So you got to send your kids to that school that Snoop went to, that high school. I forgot the name of it, but Serena Williams.
Polytech.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got. It's a little bit. my son is already past high school age, but it's
Oh, okay. A little late.
and
Okay.
he's still in Maryland too, so it'll be a little difficult to
It'll
send
be a
him
little hard. I mean,
there.
you can online school still from, and so you
Yeah.
can get some.
Well, that's a little bit further north from us. We're right like at the beach at the water.
Oh, y'all on the south side? Would that be
Yeah,
considered?
yeah, that
Okay.
would be the south
All right.
side. You are
For
correct.
people that
Yeah.
don't know California, I know it gets difficult, but either there are parts, there are areas that you would be like, 2-3 hours away. Like, I'm going to Cali doesn't mean you're going to
Yeah.
Hollywood. That could
Well,
be.
California is like the size of the whole East Coast, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's big.
there you go. There
Yeah.
you go. So, and you
Yeah.
got multiple beaches and stuff. So, how's
Yeah.
life? How's life treating you? How are you feeling today, sir?
Life is treating me pretty well. As you know, I'm battling cancer right now, and unfortunately, I had to start another round of chemo last night. Friday night. I'm sorry, but thankfully, it's been treating me pretty well. It hasn't really had any crazy side effects or anything. So,
Okay.
so yeah, no complaints at all.
All right. Well, we'll get you back. I'm sure we'll get back to how you need to be. It's just a couple stages to get through the process, and we'll keep you in our prayers, of course. And
Appreciate that.
just hold the focus, man. Hold the focus.
Yeah, indeed. I think you asked me a question like 5 minutes ago, and I probably interrupted you, and I don't remember what the question was anymore. My bad.
Me either. So we'll just go to the next question. We don't have any restraints, and my interns suck, so don't worry. What you working on right now, man? And I know you have. It's March 5th right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we're supposed to take a trip to Austin, Texas.
Yes.
Gogo has been.
Yes.
Have we been invited officially? Can I give a little bit?
Officially, yes.
South by Southwest this year.
Yeah, there have been, Raris has played at South by Southwest. Black Alley played at South by Southwest before, but they were a part of a general DC showcase, which had rappers and country singers and all kinds of different artists on it. This is the first time that there's been an official all go South by Southwest showcase. So
for people that don't know what South by Southwest is, explain, because
so South by Southwest,
there's confusion.
For sure. South by Southwest is one of the biggest festivals in the world. There's 3 parts to it.
Yeah.
There's a tech portion that lasts for a week. There's a film portion that lasts for a week, and then there's a music portion that lasts for a week. So typically, what happens is, it's an industry showcase, an industry event, I should say. So if you're in the tech industry, you go down there to learn and go to panels, and it's like a conference plus a festival at the same time. You can go to different panels and learn stuff about what's going on in tech, or go to different panels, learn what's going on in film, or specifically with the music part, you can go and learn different things about music. And then also there are showcases, sometimes put on by agencies like this one, putting this one on, sometimes put on by like Spotify or, Atlantic Records, or, any number of things. It could be Sprite, that puts on a brand showcase. So it gives an opportunity for artists to be in front of a lot of industry people at one time. But the thing that's different about South by Southwest and some festivals, like, people may be familiar with like Broccoli City or something in the water or something like that, that South by Southwest takes over the whole city of Austin and then puts different shows in different venues that already exist. So it's not like one big stage with 50,000 people in front of you, but you're in a 500 capacity venue and there's 50,000 people walking in the street in front of the venue. Hey, that sounds good. I want to go in there and check that out. And assuming they have a little wristband badge or whatever, they can
come in to see.
Yeah.
So it's a tech festival. It's a technology fest.
Well, there's 3. It's a technology, music, and film festival, and each medium has its own separate week. So this will be doing ours on the Wednesday of the music week, March 15th. Thank you for that beautiful shot of your ass crack.
Oh, did you see that? I'm sorry.
I did. Yes, thank you.
Hey, Tone, I think I'm getting can you hear me, Molly?
I can hear you. Yep.
All right, cool.
So I'm getting your feedback in from the monitor, Tone. When you get a chance, I think you had a remote. I want to turn down this monitor a little bit. I'm sorry for you, for my butt cheek. Do I have clean undies on? I don't even know if I have clean undies on.
I don't know. I wasn't really looking that.
I usually don't wear them. I usually don't wear them. So
well, it wouldn't have mattered because
it was all crack anyway.
It was all crack.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks.
I'll check it out in the replay. Hopefully we don't get banned. You know, I got a juicy one. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's I'm getting the feedback. Oh, did I have that? It was sitting right there. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I had to turn you down.
Get your life together, bro.
You know,
and I apologize. I was looking for my Deadpool mask so that
Yes.
If you have not seen my Go-Go Talks interview of Nick Cannon, it's on YouTube, and he wore a Deadpool mask the entire time, and it was hilarious.
Number 2, still trending. Number 2 interview, still trending behind. I think I'm behind White Boy or something. Let me give a little bit to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that, guys. Thank you for keeping me popular, you guys. Thank you.
Keeping me popular.
That's my friend. Now, of course, I have my
so, what was the question again? South by Southwest. So so
we were still talking about
so
South by Southwest.
Rather than doing, and I guess this kind of segues into what else I'm working on. Rather than doing, 3 or 4 different bands because we had some budgetary constraints, I had to get a little creative. And because it just also happened to coincide with the launch of my new project, Crank Caviar, which I'll expand on in a few minutes. I'm taking one band, which is Crank Caviar, as a house band, and then we're having different sets led by different vocalists. So the first set will be Scooby leading, and it will be like all the old school, Chuck Brown stuff, EU, that kind of stuff. And the second set will be led by Rapper Dude, and that will be like the 90s into the 2000s, Northeast.
So hold on. So do you have a schedule for the time and day, or is it just?
Yes, it's March 15th, and it's from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Okay.
Yep.
8 to 2. Oh, this is club time. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Because usually the festivals are when you think about these music fests, they usually put us on 2:30 in the afternoon, 4:30 or something.
Yeah, I mean that's because that's like somebody that doesn't understand go-go, like just trying to reach in and grab a little bit of the sauce.
Yeah.
Where I'm coming at this for the sole purpose of this is for go-go. It's not just like I'm trying to sweeten the pot of something that I'm already doing.
Right.
This is all go-go.
Right.
So the third set will be led by Big G and Wincy. And Big G and Wincy.
Oh, I think you said BG. My fault.
No, Big G and Wincy.
And Juan Glover. We got
Paul, yeah, pause on saying big that many times that hard, but pause again. Anyway,
you're comfortable with yourself, Miley. It's cool.
Hey man, I'm good. I got a beautiful wife. I'm not worried about what any of y'all.
Right.
Anyway, there will also be special appearances by Lil Chris of T.O.B. and Black Boo of Mambo Sauce and Steve Roy of Still Familiar. So it'll be just like one big go-go party with everybody that you recognize and love from go-go all together.
It's like a go-go super team.
The band is Crank Caviar, and the concept behind Crank Caviar, if you haven't seen any of the videos yet, is that it's always a different group of people. So it's not.
So I noticed that, and I was trying to figure out what Crank Caviar, if it was like a playlist thing or.
No, I think the latest video. Have you seen the latest one that just came out on Friday? I have not seen that. So I'm hoping that
the last one I saw was with BJ, and y'all were like, it looked like the studio, it looked like inside studio. I think it was BJ and Wes on drums, if I can recall. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, that was the last one I saw.
Okay, so that's the first one that came out.
Send me the see this is why you got to send me this stuff so we could have played it while you were discussing it right now. I could have had it playing in the background, but that's for next week, I guess.
All right, sounds good. So, I think this last one. So the first one was Derek from Vibe singing. And
Yeah.
like you said, BJ and Wes on percussion, and Chris from Vibe playing keys, and Daniel from Wale's band on the bass.
Okay.
So that was the first one. Did Usher, You Remind Me. The second one was Mike from Listen Secret Society singing.
Yeah.
Glenn from Wale's band on the keys. Dave Dyson, Secret Society on the bass. I mean, and also like a lot of other stuff. He used to be the music director for New Kids on the Block, etc. So he's got a lot of feathers in his cap. And then on congos, Smoke, and on drums, Juju.
Love it.
So that was the second one. That was Foreigner. I Want to Know What Love Is. You can find that on YouTube, all under Crank Caviar. And then this last one we did, because there were a few people, funny enough, that thought Mike and Derek were the same person, just because they're dudes with a little gray in their you know what I'm saying?
Dudes that can sing or a little
didn't realize. So they might have thought that it was the same singer, not realizing that it was.
I realized the band was different, but I don't know the concept. So just me thinking, I'm like, oh, he just, they're just swapping out.
Yeah. So the latest one is Yendi singing, which I think there should be no confusion. Nobody would confuse Yendi with
for someone else.
Derek for somebody else. Yeah. And then it's basically Wale's entire band. With the exception of Nate, the bass player, because Daniel wasn't able to make that one. So Nate is the bass player for Still Familiar, and also used to play with CCB. So so that one's really good. I would check that out now. If you haven't already, check all three of them out.
Where is that? Where is that? So they get, because it's like 3 people in here with us now. By the end of the week, we'll probably do 13 viewers. So please tell me.
So you can just go to youtube.com/@crankcaviar. I don't know why.
At Crank Caviar?
Yeah, YouTube started doing that now. They started adding the @ and I don't know if they're trying to like
compete with Instagram.
Yeah, what it's about, but yeah. So all of the URLs now are @ before it. So it's youtube.com/@crankcaviar. @ meaning the ampersand symbol, the @ symbol, not the ampersand, I guess is the and. But
Frank Caviar. You might want to spell that, because that sounds fancy.
Caviar.
Caviar sounds fancy.
See, you're the one drinking Perrier. You're talking about C.
I didn't say me. I didn't say me. I'm saying for people. I'm not.
CAVIAR.
IAR.
Yeah.
We'll try to. I tell Tone to put stuff on the screen, but he absolutely does nothing I ask. So don't even worry about it. He's here though. He's here.
I don't. Well, maybe I can. Let me see. I might be able to do it.
Yeah, access to. Oh, nice.
I think so. Let me make sure I can though before I talk.
I'm learning more every day. Learning more every day, guys.
That's what we're supposed to.
Is a way to learn.
Okay, let's see. Present.
That's just on YouTube, but your playlist is also it's on Spotify and Tidal too, right?
Yes, it's on not all of them yet. Just the well, actually, no. I think all three of those are up. Now that I think about it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, okay. No, hold on one second.
Take your time. We're only live.
Can you see?
Cool.
Hey, look, man.
Oh, they said you can make it. You said you can make your name pop up on the screen too. He said he's not doing that, but you can do it.
I can do it too.
He said since you figured it out, you go ahead.
His name will show up under him.
Okay.
Yeah. What's that y'all want me to type?
Crank Caviar. But what you want to put up there? That's what you want up there, right, Mally? I don't know.
At Crank Caviar. Just put the youtube.com/@crankcaviar. Yeah, just put the YouTube up. So
Super engineer / producer Tone will take care of that. He got you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't share, because I said present screen.
Probably just need to update. You probably just need to update or something. Don't worry. Don't overthink it.
It's been a while since I've done a StreamYard, so I don't really remember how it works. But yeah. So anyway, so
Southwest.
I will give some people a little insight as to who the band will be at South by Southwest, because
here we go. Who closes the show? That's the last day is Sunday, right? Saturday night.
South by Southwest, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We play on Wednesday, the 15th. So
Okay.
no, it's not closing the show. It's actually like right in the middle, which supposedly is the
Okay.
best
It's
time
that week.
because
Okay.
because everybody will be there. So
Wednesday, it's just that one day, Wednesday, 8 p.m. That's the big show. Okay.
8
And
p.m. to 2. Yeah.
I hope we get like you always suggest to the bands, I hope we get some professionally shot footage of this event, because I feel like that's going to be something
That's the general idea.
is going to lead us into the it's going to propel us into, maybe that's our lane. Maybe we need to add 3 or ensembles to start catching on to some of these festivals, because there's definitely festival season. So
booking festival season should have been done last year though. So pretty soon it's going to be booking set festivals for next year.
You have to have something that people want to see to get booked. So right now you should be producing content to get booked for
next year.
So just a little advice to the bands and artists out there.
Yeah. So the band for this year, the Crank Caviar at South by Southwest is Stomp Dog, Smoke, Kirky, Keyboard Chris, another guy named Pete on the keyboards, Jarrell Abraham on the bass, who played for Top 5, and Raheem Devon.
Shout out to Jarrell, that's my guy.
Yeah. So that's the band, and then there'll be multiple vocalists, like I said. I left out. I don't know how. I left out the young lady Jata. She'll be singing with the group as well. She, you may have seen her on the CCB when they did the Sounds of Blackness cover, or when they did the Michael McDonald cover. That's who's singing on that. We also just did a Crank Caviar with her.
What's her name?
Jata. J-T-A.
Yeah. She's bubbling. She's definitely bubbling.
So she's going to be there as well, and her Crank Caviar will be out top of April, I think.
I'm gonna ask you a difficult question.
Ask me a difficult question.
Who Mumbo Sauce shared different female vocalists, correct?
There was only one female vocalist, but we had a couple because, things happen.
Yeah.
So the first young lady lost her voice. Her name was Tylay. She had polyps on her vocal cords. So she couldn't sing anymore. Then the second young lady was Yendi, who's on the latest Crank Caviar. And there were some, not her fault, but there were some issues that arose, and she was let go without my involvement in that decision. And that was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back for me, because I was like, okay, you guys just think it's your band now, even though I created the whole thing and did as much as anybody else in the band and 20 times more. So if you guys think it's your band and you can run it, then go ahead and do it. And we see how that ended up.
Right. Y'all about to release some music, but then y'all had another female, right?
Well, yeah. Then after that was young lady Joy. She came right after I left, and that's her. She's now on Love and Marriage DC, along with Black Boo and his wife. And so we'll see.
Shout out to Love and Marriage DC. Y'all give me a call. I got a heck of a storyline. You guys, I definitely got some work. Give me a call. Give me a call. I definitely have issues in my situations out here. So we have story.
It would be good to have some people that are actually from DC on that show, because like half the cast is from Baltimore, and they say TU and everything. So no disrespect to my man Quick, that's my guy, but he's definitely not from DC. But,
so my question is, who is your favorite female vocalist that was with
Mumbo Sauce?
Yeah.
Yendi. I mean, it's hard to say with Tylay because she just wasn't there for very long. She actually, one of the songs. So I'm in the process of, we're going to re-release the Mumbo Sauce album.
All right.
So coming up here soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Soon.
That's
so
in the,
what's that?
I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm sorry. What's the title?
It's just remastered. It's still the recipe. It's remastered.
Wait, so this was never released?
No, it was released, but
okay, go ahead, break this down.
So
the welcome to DC.
One is we're going to with that.
Is that's on there? So when we
that's on there. So right now, if you go to Spotify, you'll see "Welcome to DC" twice because I released it as part of a single. Released "Miracles" and "Welcome to DC" as singles.
Yeah.
Leading into the album, but then as the album was getting completed, and that's when I ended up leaving. So then they put the whole album up, which also has "Welcome to DC" and "Miracles" on it. So what's about to happen is with the reissue, the remastered version with everything on it, including a couple of songs that were never released, and then everything else is coming down. So there's only one version of it up, and it will have the correct credits because them being clever, they put the name of the album was The Recipe. So the way they credited people that were not in the band or involved anymore was Extra Spices. So if you look at the back of the CD, it says Extra Spices by Malachi Johns and Extra Spices by Yendi Brown and Andrew White. And
so that means that you helped on the project, but that means I don't have to pay you for being on the project. I don't know what the Extra Spice.
The payment is not in question. The credits are what's in what's in question, because not only did I co-compose every single song on there and play the guitar on 95% of that entire album, but I also produced the whole thing. So, and when I say produce, I don't mean make beats. I mean Quincy Jones produce, Rick Rubin, Phil Ramone produce. That's what I mean, because there were producers way before people made beats, So there, so that's what's got to get right, because I'm you may remember that I was a chapter governor for the DC chapter of the Grammys Recording Academy.
Yep. I don't know why you gave that up. We definitely needed somebody to.
Well, I don't live in this out.
We definitely need somebody to help us out right now.
Well, I don't live there anymore. I live in California, so now I'm on the LA chapter.
Okay.
So, but part of the reason why I'm what you call a professional member of the Recording Academy, as opposed to a voting member. I don't vote on any of the categories, but that's because even though I have enough credits, writing and production, just off that album, I'm not credited on that album as being the producer or co-writer. So that's part of the reason why it's getting redone, so that the story is straight on that. But also because, it's a great album, and really only 2 songs got any burn off of it. So, I mean, I'm not expecting 13-year-old songs to suddenly shoot up the charts, but stranger things have happened. The way that the world works now with TikTok and
I have with music, it is a gamble. What I've seen is any song is viral or
so we can't control that. You know what I mean? There's only so much we can control, but all I can do is put the best effort forward to to give these songs some shine. So that's what
I'm putting out The Recipe. Why not just call it The Recipe 2?
Well, it's called The Recipe Remastered. So I mean that's how people do it. Yeah. So
we got a release date on that?
I don't yet, but it should be soon. Yeah, I promise it won't be hood related too. It's definitely.
I was about to say, oh my, please.
Yes. No disrespect to the to the kings of the game, but
let's be careful
talking about that song. No, I mean, but for real, like y'all been talking about that album coming out for like 25 years and it still hasn't come out.
At
so
least.
If there's anything I can do to help, I'm happy to do so.
Anything I can do to help, please just let me know. But I know how this business is at this point. No one wants to hear stuff from people that they feel like are behind them in the race. I guess you only want to hear stuff
for sure.
People are ahead of you in the race. All right, so that's cool. I can't wait for that project. And what else you working on? I know you got South by Southwest. Well, then let's recap the Fillmore, because you're one of the uh, people who just have this tremendous streak with these fantastic experiences that bands are partaking in at the Fillmore. I know they're like, we should be playing there anyway. Well, again, a part of this business is having the right connections to get you into some of the doors and to actually come with a vision as well. Just to say, hey, I'm the LMNOP band and I want to do the Fillmore. I average about 100 people. I could probably sell 150 tickets or something like that. You talking
The
about
Fillmore
something
holds 2,000 people.
I'm just,
Yeah.
hello, you hear? So
Right.
let's talk about some of the big events you've thrown through the Alive agency, and
So it's kind of a weird thing where I own a live agency, which is a booking agency that books go-go bands and lots of other genres as well. I have Erykah Badu's band. I have the Myron McKinley Trio, which is Myron McKinley is the music director for Earth, Wind and Fire, and the bass player plays for Barbra Streisand and Barry Manilow, and the drummer plays for the Jacksons. So it's kind of like a super group, but it's a jazz trio. We have some rappers, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Alive Agency is a DBA under Alive Entertainment, which is the parent company of Alive Agency, also Go-Go Ticks, also 7070 Sound, which is the record label, which all of these Crank Caviar songs are coming out under. So I book a lot of artists into say City Winery before it closed, and Fillmore and Howard Theater and different venues. And so in order to really, like, when I book as an agent, I negotiate the price, I do the contract, take a percentage, I'm out.
Right.
But because I have such a passion for go-go and I want it to succeed on a higher level than what it is, with certain shows, mainly at the Fillmore and at Howard Theater, I also come in as a co-promoter. So when I do shows at Fillmore, I'm co-promoting with Live Nation. When I do shows at Howard Theater, I'm co-promoting with the Union Stage guys, because they're the ones who run the Howard Theater now.
Right.
So I'm not a full-on promoter and I'm not a full-on agent. I'm kind of doing both.
Right.
So,
okay.
So
people that don't understand the difference. Is it
right?
Okay, so to develop a band, do you think it's important to have a good manager, or important to have a agent, or what do you think is the most important job? If I just say, let's say I have a band that's been playing 10 years or 10 days, what is the best outside resource for this band, do you think?
So it's a little bit of a gray area there too, because in go-go, what most managers are is booking agents, because most go-go bands don't participate in any other activity other than just playing shows. So that's what a booking agent does, is focuses on the live show and booking shows, taking incoming offers and negotiating them, and like leading it from the beginning to the end, or pitching to places that are not asking for your band, but you're pitching for them. So the manager is essentially the CEO of the entire company. So managers in other genres of music that focus on merchandise, that focus on streaming, that focus on licensing, that focus on brand partnerships, the manager is sort of in charge of all of that. But there aren't really any bands that do any of that. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. Like Backyard does some brand partnerships and stuff like that every now and again. Yeah. But so I guess the answer to your question would be a manager. However, the thing that I say to people all the time is that you don't need a manager until you have something to manage. Bands, you mentioned 10 years or 10 days. Some of these bands have been out for 10 days and think that they need a manager. And I'm like, no, you got to learn how to do some of this shit yourself.
Yeah.
And mostly because it will give you you will work better with managers and agents and other people in the industry Once you understand
what you need,
how hard their job is,
and
that the world isn't just opening up as your oyster because you crank so hard. That's not how this shit works. I've been in many bands that will crank your band out of the water, but it still didn't click because the business wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's all one thing or all another. It's 50-50. So my point being that you don't need a manager until you have something to manage. Like if you haven't played a show yet, or you've played 10 shows or 20 shows, you don't need a manager yet. You don't need a manager until you have more shit to do than you can actually handle yourself. And there's a business starting to develop, because managers work off a percentage. You know what I'm saying? And so if there's no, go ahead.
Do you feel that unprepared managers are holding bands back, or is it cool just to say, hey, I'm gonna let Aunt Lucy give it a shot, because I'm tired of trying to negotiate these club deals. I'm tired of talking to these promoters. I'm gonna just let Aunt Lucy go over here and figure this out.
That all depends on Aunt Lucy, because if Aunt Lucy is like Pearl Pratt, then yeah, you should let her do it.
Yeah.
But if Aunt Lucy is like at the bingo game every Friday and not paying attention to your business and not, getting you in a better position than you already were, then no. It totally depends. And because I think that it can be dangerous to work with family members or friends, but it also can be great. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the biggest bands in the world have been managed by friends who learned how to become managers. Nobody pops out of the womb as a great manager or a great agent or.
I don't think anybody pops out great at anything. So you have a great point there.
So so it depends on. Like the main thing is for everybody to be on the same page of what the goals are, what the purpose of this band is because if you got half your band that just wants to play at Fast Eddie's on Fridays, and the other half of your band
wants to play in London,
then you got a big problem brewing.
I want to be on tour across the pond, and we're cool with playing El Aqua on Tuesdays. It's going to be a little bit difficult conversation.
Right. Exactly. So, so it depends on what the goals of the band are, as I hope the answer to your question.
You did a fantastic job, Mally. Mally, man, I appreciate you for coming through today. Is there anything you want to plug the people in with while you are here with me?
Well, you were asking about what people did this past week, and unfortunately, I didn't go because I had to start my new chemo round. But
that's true. But in the process of that, you still have a lot of preparation to do for this event coming up, South by Southwest. What, you 10 days away?
Yeah. No, it's definitely coming up. But I was just going to say that there's a band that I'm involved with out here in LA called DCAF or DCAF, however you want to pronounce it, but it stands for DC as fuck. And it's a go-go band made up of a bunch of DMV people that live out here now. It's Reggie Johnson on the drums, who used to play for OP Tribe and now plays for Babyface.
Nice.
It's Henny Hendrix, who plays for Drew Hill on the guitar. It's Lorenzo Johnson, who used to play with tour with Lettucey, but also used to play for the Huckabucks back in the day. It's a guy named Jay Deal on the bass, who toured with Janet Jackson. Yeah. It's Tommy Guns, the first percussionist of Northeast Groovers on the Congos and Timbales. And I'm leaving some other people out, but I can't remember. But anyway, you get the idea. Yeah. So we just had the first show, Go-Go in LA. It's not the first Go-Go that's ever happened in LA, but this is the first actual Go-Go band that's been in LA full of people that are from home.
What's the name of the band?
It's called DCAF.
DCS. I love that.
Yeah, or you could just run it all together and call it DCAF.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whichever you prefer. So I have thrown my hat in with them, and we haven't really gotten, you know, everything cranked up yet. But it was a good show. There was 200 people there, so
I like that.
It's not a bad.
I like that. Yeah.
There was even a fight. So we brought the real DC culture to LA. Yeah.
Was it Southwest versus 640? It was
two dudes from home that apparently had some beef from back home that they both ran into each other there. Yeah. So, but it got out of there real quick and everybody had a good time. So
yeah.
But so I'll post some videos. There's been a couple videos posted, but I'll post some more once I have a chance to sit down and edit them. So. Nice. Yeah, man. So working on that. Yeah. So Crank Caviar, South by Southwest, Decaf, and there's probably about 100 other things I'm working on too, but I can't think of them right now. So we'll just talk about that.
I know this was short notice, so I got you.
For sure, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, though.
Come on, man. This is I called you this morning. This was meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. After ignoring me for 6 months, so that's
been busy, Mally. I've been busy. You know, we're working over here. I get the studio and all this stuff together, and you know, we got some things going on, and we still have some other things brewing under the umbrella. So, you know. I've been staying off people's radar so that when it's time to hit, it just like, whoa, I didn't know. I don't know. In pandemic, I had a huge vision of the direction that I want to take music and entertainment for this area. And I understand that at this point, there's no purpose and sharing the vision with others that won't understand it, because the vision that I have is not meant for them to understand.
Right.
So a lot of people are saying, man, you're separating yourself. You're staying away. You're not really you kind of standoffish right now. And it's not out of spite or malice or intentional. I'm brainstorming so many projects that are about to be on the cusp. And I think by fall of this year, you all will see what I was talking about. All of the developments will be in motion. I mean, like documentaries, short films, long films, videos. It's just a snowball effect, but it will all be shot, built, and branded right here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And I think that a lot of us get spited because we're looking outside at other places and they're advancing far beyond us at a pace that we don't understand. And I think it's because we're waiting on them to come. We're waiting on someone to come and give us a hand and help. Hey, please help me, show me how to do this. But you end up either doing weirdo stuff with the help that you get. So I'm like, all right, well.
Weirdo stuff.
So me, I'm just like, I'm gonna cut all the weirdo short stuff out and just go directly and do everything that I know that all these other places can do right here. And I'm gonna just do it on my own.
I love it.
And that comes from anything. If it's just resources to help a band figure out how to get their business together. Meaning, right. I don't know. I know for a fact that the government, our DC government, has money for our bands as a whole and individually.
Yep.
And I know that a lot of bands didn't sign up for it because the window of opportunity to register for these funds is like maybe like a 2-week window, and then there's a 6 to 8 week wait process before you even receive the funds. So a lot of us mentally are moving around so much that we don't have time to even focus that. So all of that's in the umbrella of what I'm trying to produce in the next.
That's what's up. I think people are asking questions, and I had it in the private chat. I didn't see.
I'm not looking. I didn't even look. I'm sorry, guys. Malik, what's up, Malik? Malik says he's a weirdo.
Yeah,
okay.
He is.
Oh, you're doing that? You doing that? Oh, you can put him up there? I have no. Tone must have fell asleep at the board. I don't know what's going on here. Any video of the first gig? Whose first gig?
I think she's talking about Decaf. Donna Marie, yes, I will post some. Huh?
I'm glad you said her name because I am dyslexic. I could not. I was going to call her.
Donna, yeah, it's Donna Marie. I think I said that right.
Oh, that's a beautiful name, though.
When is the event and where? I'm not sure which one she's talking about. Maybe South by Southwest. That's in Austin, Texas, on March the 15th. Northeast Groups, great things happening. Yeah.
I might catch a flight and come down because my son's birthday is the 16th. I know how much those tickets are to get on the pass.
Yeah, so let me touch on that real quick because South by Southwest is a little different than other,
a regular go-go. Yeah.
Right. So the way it works is you have to buy a badge. Well, you can buy a badge for the whole entire week. Okay. But it's $900, right?
Okay.
So
it's tax season. They got it. It's tax season. They got it.
So it's $900 for the pass for the week, and that gets you first entry. Like you got dibs on the entry into the event. So if the event doesn't fill up with badge holders, then they might sell some tickets at the door. Right. But first of all, I don't get any of that, and I don't know how much it is. And the thing is, if it fills up with badge holders, there might not be any tickets at the door. So I don't want somebody to fly all the way down to Austin thinking they're going to get in, they could just pay at the door.
So what's the process of getting? Because for the musicians, there's going to be plenty of badge holders there, but for an average fan of a diehard fan of go-go, that's like, oh dang, I was going to hop a flight. Like me, I'm a fan, so I might catch a flight and run down to Austin, Texas on the 15th, thinking I'm gonna go see this go-go ensemble. You have no what would be the process?
So the process is this.
Go on the website.
The process is go to gogotix.co. You will see the flyer for the event, and then you click on I want to go, which is the same thing if you want to go to any of the shows that are on gogotix.co. And then it takes you to the page for the event. Are you looking at it right now? You look like you're looking up in the.
Are you typing this? Or that's Tone typing that because he put go to gogotix.
That must be Tone.
Yeah,
that must be Tone typing.
Yeah, that's Tone.
Yeah, so okay, so you go to gogotix.co. You click on I want to go on the South by Southwest thing. It should be on the very front page. And then you up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little pink button, I think, that says buy a badge. Okay. And you just go through that process.
Okay.
And there's multiple types of badges. There, like I think the first one they show you is like $1,800 or something. That's for like all 3 weeks. So if you just want to go to the music one, then you scroll down a little bit and it's $900. Yeah, it's not. Okay. There is no way right now to just only buy a ticket for the go-go thing.
Oh, okay.
It's you got to buy one for the whole week, or if you just feel like you want to go to Austin, you could try your hand and see if you can get in at the door. But I just don't want anybody to like buy a flight to go all the way down there and then realize you can't get in.
You can't get in. So
I'll be mad.
So this is what I've been saying. So I don't like that at all. But
I don't like it either. But I don't.
I'm not a complainer, right? So I tell everyone, even with this Broccoli City thing, I think that I'm happy that they put the bands on. I don't like the terminology, but I'm not going to complain because I feel like for things like that, once we get our foot in the door, then we can kind of talk to someone and make the adjustments as needed. You know what I'm saying? So
it's what did we say earlier? It's good for go-go, and anything that's good for go-go.
It's great for the go-go community. And like I say, once there's professional shots come out, like I say, Rasmus played there last year. I think Black Alley played. Was that the year before or the same year?
I think it was a few years ago. I think it's been a while since anybody's played, but I don't know.
COVID time, everything last year to me.
For sure. Yeah, so Tone, you just click on that red button right there.
Oh, thank you, Tone, for doing that.
And then see up in the upper right-hand corner, it says buy a badge. Or I think it says in the left too.
Oh, we got that up on the screen for y'all right now.
Yeah, that's my bad. It's the upper left-hand corner. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you go
close Tone, close my Pornhub thing up there in the top corner of the tab, please. Thank you. I was on there earlier. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know he was going to give y'all a tutorial at the time. Sorry. Thank you, Tom, for closing that Pornhub. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I misspoke. It's at the top left-hand corner, not the top right.
It's cool.
Corner.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, so you just click the little pink buy a badge, and then you can scroll down and get just the music only badge, and that's $900.
That's perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, I wish it were a better way. You know, like I wish that people could get in for $50 or whatever.
Hope it would be tickets at the door or just a cool badge if you're just coming down for that. Yeah. But of course, South by Southwest has been going on for dozens of years, and it's something that we should be honored to be invited with. And I'm sure over time the process will get a little bit easier, and especially once they find out we got tax money around this time of year, start taking cash at the door. Everybody loves that cold hard cash, baby. So it'll get there. But Malachi, thank you for joining me today, man. How do they reach out to you if they're looking? How do I just started?
You start telling everybody to call me.
Live agency? Let me know.
Don't call me, please, because I don't have. I can't help every single band, but I will do my best as much as I can. Okay. I think the best way to reach me is just like social media, just at Malachi Johns or at GoGoTix. Or no, I'm sorry. On Instagram, it's at Get GoGoTix.
Yeah. Would you like to shout out anybody? You got a shout. Do you do shout outs? I don't know, Miley. You got a couple of artists.
I don't, but I should. Well, first let me shout out my good friend Nick for bringing me on. Thank you so much.
Oh wow, thank you.
Of course, and thanks for DJ Tone for getting your life together.
Oh man, pulling me out the house, man, because this is not something that I was sitting around saying, "Hey, man, I just cannot wait to do live stream. This is awesome, guys. I can't wait to have a podcast. This is great."
Well, yeah, so shout out to South by Southwest for having us. Shout out to everybody that's performing. That would take me 30 minutes to say everybody. Thank you to my awesome assistant, Tracy Graham, for keeping me in line. Thank you to my agent, Jenna Becker.
Please train my intern. Tracy, please train my intern because this is getting ridiculous. I said, Tracy, I need Tracy to train my intern. This is getting ridiculous around here. But thank you.
Everybody at a live agency, Frank, Brian, Jenna, Tracy. I feel like I'm leaving somebody out, but and then what would you say earlier? Shout out to me.
Yeah. I said that at the beginning of the show. Shout out to you for working this. Who else gonna wake up and work this hard, man? Come on, man. It's got to be you. You know?
Yeah.
Thank you first, and everybody else, man. Y'all fall in line. Malachi,
you know what?
Oh, wait.
Thank you to my doctors for keeping me alive a little bit longer. Yeah, let's start.
All right, there it is. Oh, they're gonna keep you along. They're gonna keep you here because they know where that bag at. They know you got that bag, but they're gonna keep you around as long as they got that. You know, if I gotta clone you, man, you staying. I don't. If I have to clone you and make Miley too, you're staying.
Did I say my wife? If I didn't say my wife, let me
that should have been first, but yes, you could put her in there.
I thought I did say it first. That's why I'm asking.
I don't think you did. You went to Tracy. You went to Tracy. I'm sure she's probably sitting over there like, hold on, I know you ain't forget me. I'm picking this second ass up.
She got to deal with my hot breath in the morning and everything. Totally shout the wife out first and foremost. So, all right, man. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much, and let's do it again sometime.
Malachi Johns, ladies and gentlemen. Tone, close the gate on her, man. See, this is where I would thank you, Malachi. I appreciate you for coming through. This is where I would like to have I told my guy I want to put the videos in between here. And so when I do my interludes, I won't just be sitting here looking at you guys and talking strange, but we still got stuff to talk about up here. I think I'll give y'all another minute. Let me see where my buddy was supposed to chime in with us. And let me double check that just to make sure. Malik, you coming in? How you feeling today? Is Malik still here? Let me double check. Hold on. I might need Malik in for a second because I do want some more advice from people who are inside radio as well to help out some of these bands to figure out how do we really, what are the key points to get your music, at least, I'm not going to say played on the radio, but at least listened to by some DJs that are on the radio, at least critiqued by DJs that are on the radio. And I'm going to hit my buddy Malik to see if he can give us some insight on that. But I don't want to take a pause right now, so I'm going to just continue to talk to you guys. Anybody wants to chime in, feel free. The number will be here next week, so you're not going to call me right this week. You in? Let me just text him that. Yeah, that's go. Oh, here we go. That's my guy. Here he is. There he is. He's not going to leave me out here hanging. There he is. Come on in there, Tom. Where you going? Where you going? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, he's not. He's there. Oh, Malik is coming in.
I don't know. You gotta click on the link.
Oh, okay.
Whoever the other person was, you.
Yeah, Malik, if you still here, hit the link. Hold on, let me send him. Let me send him. You said 2 people in there?
No, you gave me 2 people.
Right. Yeah, I'm waiting on. I think she's doing her hair or something. I don't know what Damo does in the day. What is this? Oh, yeah, I got that. Hit the link, champ. So Tone, tell me, I got your mic up and ready to go. Tell me about this great weekend that you had, sir. Back to your weekend.
Oh,
We're not finished with you.
always.
We're still talking about, the weekend festivitas.
Yeah. So I did a day party at 1865. They have brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Great brunch. You gotta check it out. And I usually have a specific set of go-go songs that
Yeah.
I play.
You said you played go-go this week at the
I
jump.
mean, I
So,
play go-go.
so
every
what
week.
band plays here? Because, a big conversation for DJs for a second was, should DJs play go-go at the go-go? That's a big
It
conversation.
is.
And how do you feel about that? Being you're a seasoned DJ.
Yeah, so
People
I
saw
try-
your show last week, and by the way, you're a superstar on my channels that I posted this at, because people were like, I never even knew this Tone was here that long, and they really were asking questions about you.
So I try not to play go-go before the band starts,
Okay,
because I want them to, open up and do their thing.
yeah,
But
it's not off the table for you.
no, I try not to play it at all before they start. But after their first or second break, I may play some go-go to keep the energy up. Try to keep the energy up.
Right.
And then once they're done, I may play go-go to keep that same energy. It depends on. Well, for HA65 it's different because I actually come on after the band.
Okay,
So
that's different. Yeah.
Normally the band
DJs
closes.
usually open for a majority of the things.
Yeah, so they have like a whole noise thing because they're in a residential area.
Okay.
So I come on after, so I'll keep that energy up for maybe 10, 15 minutes. Try to keep people there because most people leave when the band is done.
Absolutely.
So I try to keep the band. I try to keep that energy. But if I'm doing Shark Bar or somewhere else, I'll play regular music
Okay.
before the band starts, and then that first they only get. I guess they get one break. It all depends on the vibe too.
You sent the link. You sent the link to the other email. I'm sorry, I'm in the cut
Yeah,
you.
you good.
Okay.
I sent the book.
All right.
So it really depends on the crowd and the energy, and also like usually their first set is kind of mellow,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't want to come out the gate.
Yeah, cranking
Go-
right.
Yeah. So now if they ending on a high note, I'll keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thing. What's your philosophy?
So for me, I just don't play any bands at all. I think Well, I've must have been playing bands before to come up with this.
Yeah.
So one night I was actually playing a band, and I had another band come and say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Wait, so hold on. You playing like another?
Yeah,
Not a, I don't want to say a smaller band, but you're not playing like the traditional.
the safe, the safe. Nah, 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 nah. I played somewhat what you would consider competition for that band.
Oh yeah,
You know, and I didn't look at it that way at that time. So I didn't really, I'm just playing music. To me, I'm just playing music. I didn't really look at it, and then they had to come to me to the side, like, man, don't play nobody's. I'm like, because they not playing my music at their shows. B, why do I want to help them? They don't help. We don't sit down. And then C, they had some sort of internal things going on between each other's camps that I didn't know anything about. So it's like, are you jumping in? Are you taking sides in this? Because right now they're in some sort of war strategy type, like we're at war with these. We're at war that you don't know about, or we're not seeing eye to eye with each other. So it ended up, it wasn't a whole big thing because me, I don't care about too much. If it doesn't concern me, I don't really care. But I understood what the thought process was, and it's like, okay, cool, just don't play anybody at all. If there's a band playing now, it depends on the environment though, because if we're doing let's say a Fillmore or something like that, and it's a radio station event, I think, like you said, the safe records, Chuck, Hucklebucks, the Rico songs, Flex songs, DJ Cool joints, even with the Northeast, the Booty Call, Mandingo, yeah, what's that joint? What's AJ joint? Up with Juwan Leg? No, that's not his. His is a Mandingo. Yeah, that stuff right there. Well, I think you could stay in that lane, but at any other event, if there's a band playing, don't expect me there. And I've had people come, and the weird thing, I've had people come and request the band that's playing that night song, and I'm like, are you? Man, come on, man. I know you. I don't know if y'all messing with me or serious about, like, yeah, like, so I don't know. I don't know if they don't know any better or if it's just me. I don't know, but I don't play anything from any other band. Now, if I'm at like I said, it depends on the environment. If it's no band and it's straight club action, we getting it. I'm gonna be honest, Tom. I don't think anybody in the DMV go-go music collection can touch my catalog.
Really?
I don't think anybody, and I will put this challenge out there. I don't think, because for me, music is different. I love music. Yeah. And go-go is my first music that I actually fell in love with.
Check your catalog out.
I'm telling, man, it's heavy because here's the deal. So a lot of people know me as, I used to be PA Nick, meaning I used to sell go-go tapes in junior high. So in junior high school, when I was going to school, I was selling Northeast Groovers, Backyard to make money. You know what I'm saying? So once I left middle school, I went to high school, and my first job was at PA Palace. So working at PA Palace, I had an unlimited access to every piece of go-go music that was available, and I've managed to keep that library. So I have everything under the sun.
I've been looking for this band. It came out in like 1990, 91.
What was the name?
Secret Code Crew.
Secret Code Crew.
Yeah.
They played a few times. I might have them if
that tape. It was on cassette.
It was cassette tape. Yeah.
That joint
they was cranking.
Yeah, and I don't have to. I've been looking for. I even went to a spot on Marlboro Pike.
Yeah.
Dude knew who I was talking about.
I know who you talking about. Send me the date and the day and the tape. I might have
They
it.
actually put out like an album.
Yeah, I have studios too. I have studio.
studios.
Yeah, I have
That's
studio
what-
stuff. That like, it's my collection is crazy. It's ridiculous. I don't. Again, like I said, I to find somebody that could come close would be interesting, because, like I said, every piece. I was there when the conversion took in, when cassettes were phasing out, and we were moving into the compact disc and into the digital phase of music. So I was one of the guys there that had to actually sit there and take the cassette and dub it on to these new blank CDs to create a new master to start putting music on CDs. So, like I said, and at that job, shout out to PA Palace, man. Let me send a round of applause again. At that job, I met so many great people and so many good connections. Myself with Mo Shorter. Man, he's like an uncle. You know what I'm saying? That's like Uncle Mo. So to develop the great relationships, that was one thing I was doing, but I had a chance to actually sit down every day after school and listen to. I wasn't there in the 70s. I don't know. I know y'all played Fast as Heck. I wasn't there, but I know they were playing Fast as Heck, and I always wondered, is there something wrong with the cassette tape, or this is really just how Peacemakers and AM/FM and Trouble and all these bands really played. They just air raid. All these bands just played like that, and it was so interesting. But back to you, Tom. You forgot where you was at? Oh, the go-go music at the go-go.
Yeah, so I know
And I would love to play it, but I don't play it at the go-go. I don't play that catalog.
Like I said, I play
The safe
the
joints.
oldest,
Yeah.
I know it's gonna get the crowd hype,
Yeah.
the overnight scenarios.
There it
stuff like
is.
that.
Yeah.
So I had like a younger crowd, but they were still vibing to what I was playing.
Okay.
And I remember you telling me about one of these bounce bands. I think it was who did I play? Reaction Band. One of them two. It was a song called "Lay It Down."
Lay it down. Was it Lay Your Head? Was it that one or Lay? Okay, so
go version, man.
right. Reaction has a version and TCB has a version. You probably playing the Reaction version. Go ahead. Yeah. Shout out to Reaction, man. My man Ross.
And I just picked the song at random.
Yeah.
I haven't picked the right one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they got the
was
club
cool.
moving. That got the 1865 is your. Is that you? Are you a resident there now? Is it official?
I'm one of the. We have like 4 DJs. I'm one of. We rotate.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a opening DJ for happy hour, and then a DJ for after the band.
Okay.
So we rotate every week.
Oh, that's nice.
I do every other Friday.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
That works.
And it's good because I hate making a drive. So
Okay.
yeah, it works out.
I got another guest. Let's try to come through. This is his email, Tom. That's the email. He's gonna come in and give us some insight, I believe, on my other guest is trying to get that brown tint off of her pinky toe today. So she's not gonna pull up on me, or she says she has to get it together. I guess for in women's terms, that is get that brown that brown skin toe that y'all have, just get that tightened up today. So we'll see if the magic one comes in or not. If not, it's cool. I'll still be here with you guys. But we are discussing y'all weekend. You know what I'm saying? Tell me about y'all weekend, man. What y'all do, where y'all go, what y'all see, where y'all wanted to be, who y'all wanted to see. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter right now. I could do this all day, guys. I could do this all day. I do want to post a next week. I am going to start go-go trivia up here for you guys. I'm gonna do go-go trivia for you guys. But today I'm gonna leave the question, and I'm gonna leave the question open and say, hey, do you know what was Go-Go Mickey's original band? Tom? Oh, no. You look like you know the answer already. No. You do not know the answer to Go-Go Mickey's original band? All right, cool. So I'm gonna leave that as the question of the day for the day. As the Go-Go, what do you know? Your Go-Go trivia today. What was Go-Go Mickey's original band? And I do have the answer myself because get it. I will okay, cool. So for people who don't understand it, I'm going to give away some gift cards for the trivia next week. How about that? I'm gonna do 3 questions and see if we can get some more people in here to do the questions with us. Let me do one more thing. I almost forgot about the shout out to rental. My rental service. I forgot. We have a rental car sponsorship right now with Renta One Solutions on Instagram, and you can follow them at www.renta1 solutions solutions.com. They are the DMV's luxury car rental service, venue space, models, yachts. They also connected in the DMV area. So if you're trying to rent, if you're an artist, a creator, a band, a content creator, maybe an up and coming artist, and you're trying to find a venue to shoot your music video, please hit up Renta One Solutions. Renta One Solutions is also on Facebook and Instagram. If you need them, you can follow them at RENTA1 SOLUTIONS. That's Renta One Solutions, and you can get everything you need under the sun in the DMV. I appreciate them too, man. Let me get them around. You want to get a rental car from him? You ain't written nothing? Hold on. Say it again. I hear you, Tom.
I want to rent a yacht.
Oh, you want to do a yacht? You want to rent it for video shoot, or you want to rent it for hold on, let me get settled. I see you in there, Malik. I'm gonna let you get settled first. Yeah, it is. Oh, you want it? Okay, one more time, man, for my man Tom. Are you on Instagram or you want the website? They have a website as well. I can give you the Instagram. You want the website? Okay, www.RENTA1 SOLUTIONS. Yeah, Renta One Solutions. RE the number 1 SOLUTIONS.com. So you can go on there and they pop up on your jump.
Yep.
You see them? What you see? You see that yacht on there? That 99-foot yacht? Look at that on there. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? We all want that, man. That 99-foot yacht. You gonna rent it out? You gonna do it? I don't know if you can do a tone party, because tone parties are a little wild for a yacht. I don't know. You gonna mess with them? All right, cool. That's one of our proud sponsors right there, Renta One Solutions. Like I said, if you want to rent anything in the DMV, luxury cars, venue space, you need a model. You want that big, you want that beautiful body, that big old juicy thing, that gorgeous one. You've been drooling all over her Instagram page. You want her in your video, man? Hit up Renta One Solutions, yachts, boats. Let them resource out for you, man. Stop working so hard. Let them do some of the work for you. My guy, the one and only, the number 1 guy, the number one of my favorite mentors in the DMV community. This guy has done everything from 93.9 WKYS to XM Sirius satellite radio to just being an all-around great guy to also right now he is the coach in the game. He is the man. WMD, the web service site is here, the one and only Coach Malik.
What up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me good?
Is here. I can definitely hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got
you.
Yeah,
I got you, bro. On a Sunday afternoon, bro. Man, I do appreciate you, man. More than anything, man. I appreciate you, man. How are you feeling today? How is your day going? How are you?
It's good. Day is going good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying this nice weather out here. It's a pretty
Yeah,
nice day here in DC. So
it's like
doing
70
good today,
today,
man.
I think. It's like
Yeah,
70 today in the DMV. How are you
yeah.
right now? How is your I'm stealing this from somebody or I'm borrowing this from someone else, but how is your happiness level right now, man? 10 being the greatest and one being, we can always be happier.
Man, I'm grateful, man. Any day I can get up, man, I'm happy as hell, man. So,
Okay.
you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna
I'm,
give,
I'm
I'm gonna give
grateful.
you a 6. That sounds like a 6 to me.
Oh,
Sounds like a 6.
Bob, yeah, you can give me an 8. I'm an 8. I'm at an 8 right now. I'll be at
7
a
to
10
8.
in about. I'll be at a 10 in a couple of hours. So I was like,
Couple hours.
so,
What you got
yeah,
going on?
I
What does
put,
that entail? Should there be
nah,
something
listen,
we should know?
we'll have to
Oh,
we'll
okay.
have to discuss that.
I mean, we can talk on here. It's just us.
Yeah,
It's just us.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay. Hey, big
yeah.
question, man. You had a run in Washington D.C. radio like none other. Your story is truly unique for people who are trying to enter the radio business. I don't know if there's an orthodox way or an unorthodox way to come into radio, but I think a lot of people would say your story might have been the unorthodox way to come in. And you came in and made so much noise and are able to move and put yourself in spaces and give yourself opportunities that may not be present for other people. And you've also done that for others, put them in position to win. There's a process of getting music into the hands of DJs, radio stations, even some streaming platforms. There's a process of getting your music received or even listened to. You are one of the people that are behind the scenes that kind of helps to put the little polishing on these records that these bands release and say, hey, this is fire. I got this fire. This is cranking. And they give it to you.
Yeah.
You just had this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get to it, man.
What
What should be some of the footnotes they should,
I mean, like the process and what a band should do.
Yeah, help them. Yeah, whatever you.
I mean, I think right now it's a lot different from when I was on the air because there was a lot more face-to-face contact. So you were able to come up to a radio station and meet the DJs and that sometimes is, that nowadays has been a little hampered because of, a couple of things, COVID.
A lot of things. Yeah. I remember somebody told me a story of how Sugar Bear used to just come up to the station and just hang out. Like he would just be there, just hanging at the station.
Well, we've had this conversation, for years. Certain guys, man, they just knew how to network, and they just, the answer no just wasn't something they was willing to accept. Sugar Bear being one of those guys. White Boy was another one of those guys. Coop was another one of those guys too. He got, whenever he went up there, he got to know who everybody was, the bosses, right, music directors, and all of that. Yeah. And he constantly calling
the bosses and the music directors. And is that a program director or is it a music director?
Some stations you got a music director and a program director, which is basically the boss of the music director. They just control most of the programming and oversee everything that goes on the air and stuff like that.
So you telling me we just played last night? I can't just walk this in the KYS and say, "Hey, play my Jones."
Nah, they don't work like that.
Doesn't work like that.
What I'm saying? Like see, certain guys, it's all about relationships.
I was about to say
it's relationship thing. And on top of that, like I've always told bands, man, it's always healthy to try to find these DJs, try to contact them, see where they playing at, if they DJing at a spot. You might have to make it, your prerogative one night to just go out to one of these clubs that you despise. Yeah. Sometimes you got to go out and put yourself in a position, to get in front of these guys so they can see you. And they'll respect you more. You come to where they at instead of just thinking, damn, man, this is our city, man. They need to be come to where we at. Man, they're not going to do that. So
Yeah, I don't. A lot of people not, especially if you're not from this city. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go that I'll feel safe.
yeah, and you and I both know, man. We've had plenty of out of town radio personalities or whatever, man, who just they didn't want to go out unless they was going with certain people. Oh, I
Yeah.
feel comfortable going out with you, man. I roll out with you. You know what I'm saying? You know
Right.
where, so it's
Right.
okay. All right, cool. I'm done with KK Holiday when he first came and Coco Brother and all that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I had to be that dude to, what I'm saying, to be the tour guide for the out of town Bama. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
that's just what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? You want to introduce people to the scene and continue to grow it as much as you can. You know what I'm
Do you think
saying?
it's important for them to come to our events, or do you think it's important for us to? Which way does the process really work? Do you think is more effective?
Well, I think, well, first of all, any radio personality that come into DC, if they smart, they would want to know about the go-go scene because this is what's known nationally as the
Right.
music of Washington DC. So
Right.
you'd be a fool to be a radio personality or any type of radio,
And that's
any
the
type of
advantage.
personality, period, and not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, at least know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got to be a regular in the club 4 or 5 nights a week and know every
Yeah.
band member and by name and
Right.
stuff like that. That could gradually come over time as you start to
Mhm.
meet more and more bands, but you do have to recognize, you know what I'm
Well,
saying, that
especially some of the key players
yeah,
in the industry. I think you need to really talk.
yeah, I
Talk.
mean, yeah, you got to know who the superstars are, you know what I'm saying, who the faces are and stuff like that. But like I said, that comes, a long time as well too. The bands also have to be willing to, you know, you gotta be better ambassadors too, man. You gotta, what I'm
You
saying,
know.
you just can't just expect people just to come to you all the time. That's just not how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you're an ambassador, you welcome out of towners to your city. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You don't tell them, hey man, you supposed to already know. They from out of town, fool. You know what I'm saying? How they gonna
How
already
would I
know?
know? And
You know
I'm
what I'm
not
saying?
from here.
Right. You know what I mean? So, that's just, that's something that we continue to try to work on. And there's a lot of people out here who are working more so on their marketing and trying to expand the audience more so. And you got guys like Malachi who's doing a lot of good work, putting bands in good position,
Yeah.
marketing wise, to put them in front of some larger crowds, some
Yeah.
broader crowds as well too.
Yeah. That's important.
Yeah,
Um.
absolutely.
Um. You feel that there should be like a networking mixer, maybe to kind of reconnect the stations and the DJs and the band? Should there be like an annual?
I think the band should do that.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
band should take some of that money that they get from these promoters. They
Right.
need to, what I'm saying, and come together. They can do a mixer and they bring their
Mhm.
material up there. I mean, we can do it so that like each representative from each band can come there and bring material so they can start networking with DJs. I know something like that hasn't been done in a while.
So
Maybe that's something.
what is the holdup for is it the DJs that control what goes on, or is it the program director that controls, or is it the
Stop.
who's
I mean,
actually in
first of
charge
all,
of
it
that?
doesn't. I don't think the radio station should be the ones to facilitate that. It's the
Okay.
bands that need the relationship with the DJs. I think if a band was to put together a showcase or a mixer or something like that, or if you find some DJs that's in the go-go scene that can come together and get one of these promoters who care, so you gotta find a promoter who cares about go-go.
That's
And
important.
sometimes you got to, that's important. You got to ask
Yeah.
these guys nowadays. And sometimes you just don't know. Do you
Yeah.
care about go-go or you care about, so and so productions? Well, just gotta ask questions sometimes. Um, but if you get one of these guys, man, you get one of these spots. Um, you know what I'm saying? All you do, you get the DJs in there, get some band representatives in there from every band, whether it be bounce beat, crank band, or whatever. They
Yeah.
bring in their material. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they got something to give the DJs and stuff like that, and that's how you can really bridge that gap. I don't think it's hard. It's the same way you probably be less of an overhead than doing a show.
Right.
All you're gonna need is
Possibly, especially if you take a venue that you kind of got to set up in already,
yeah,
and
yeah,
your plan is to come and we all giving music
yeah, and
physically,
you can
CDs, links,
right,
have a little music package together for these guys, a presentation of your music so that these
yeah,
guys won't get confused. about what's going on.
I
You
mean,
know,
each
what I'm
band,
listening.
each band can come up and present whatever new joint they got, you know what I'm saying, and play it, for everybody in the club. Everybody can get it. It could be a real mixer. You can have the bar open, have some
Right,
food in there, you know what
right,
I'm saying? And you had a DJ, let everybody know this is gonna be one of those times where you can play go-go at a go-go spot and don't nobody get
right,
offended, okay?
right.
I
This
know
is
how some
nobody's going to
people
be mad at
feel.
you playing other
Nobody's
bands
gonna
music
be
here. This is what this is
right.
for.
Right. This
Okay,
is
so
what this
don't
is
be upset if
for.
you. Yeah, don't.
I don't nobody
This
break
is
out in
not your
hives.
own show. We're not playing mute. We're playing. We're just showcasing a bunch of other artists as well, and
Right.
I think we could do something. And I don't know, Malik. I don't know. I like that
Maybe we
rooftop
can
thing.
maybe we can
I need to
facilitate
be
that
a
if you got the
talker.
spot.
I would like to sit down with you off camera and we
Yeah,
figure out some way because
I'm down with that.
yeah, I just know that some people we just need this little kick. And again, I've constantly said it's because I think a lot of people want they want the information, but it depends on the messengers that are giving them the information. And I think if we could facilitate something, I know the PD at 93 right now, so I'll be happy to, and he's always down to do something. And
They just hired somebody else too. They just hired a new midday girl that's coming in as the new music director. I forgot what her name is though. Yeah, they got a
okay,
new
cool.
girl coming in.
All right, well that's my he's making moves. He's always shifting it up there. So hopefully we can work it out and facilitate this. Yeah, we'll talk about this off camera. So let's talk WMD the stream. Or do you want to talk XM first?
Man, I mean you do either one. And this the name
I know. Let's follow the timeline then. Let's go with the timeline.
Well, all right. Well, Sirius.
That was created. Yeah. That's the check right there. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about
you said that's the check. The Sirius is cool, man.
How's that work out for you right now? You doing sports talk going there? Where you at on XM right now?
Right now, I'm just a supervisor right now, which is big for me. Is in management now, so I'm training up a lot of the studio engineers.
Let me give you some of that for that. That is worth it. That's worth it. Give you some for that, Chad. Come on, man. Who's in there?
I appreciate that.
Come on. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, man. So I'm just training guys, man. The same thing I was doing towards the end of KYS, man, with G and a lot of other guys. Like so.
Yeah.
Training guys right now, getting myself prepared to get back into the live thing.
You're training me right now. This is training for me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you stupid, man. Yeah, man, Sirius is cool, man. Been learning a lot there, man. Been there 12 years. Man, this is my 13th year now.
Nice.
So it's been real cool, man. I met a lot of cool people and looking to make some different moves later on for the year, man. Got some things in the work right now, but it's been a beautiful relationship up there, man. I'm not mad at all.
Now XM is it's still a radio station, right?
Yeah, well now it's getting more into video too now.
Oh, y'all doing more video. I've seen Sway do some stuff. I think he put it up on Amazon. I can't quite remember where exactly I saw it, but I believe it was Amazon. So this is also a station that's in the area that could use the similar mixer. Or how does the music is it easier or more difficult to get on a platform like an XM, because y'all don't even have a Chuck Brown station yet? So is it
here's the thing, like
Shorty Coleon and his had to show up on XM.
See, sometimes they'll do a
Rico.
tester. Yeah, what's man? Shout out to them dudes, man. Sometimes they'll do a tester show to see how that show does.
Okay.
Before they expand into something else. You know what I'm saying? So
it's something in the pipeline. They just want to see how this works analytically to make it
with like Shorty and with the Shorty show and all. And like I said, I'm sure they're doing fine. I just wish the promotion was a little bit more extensive.
Absolutely.
For their show.
And I subscribe to XM. So I know that once you start getting into those 100s, when you up there, it kind of, I'm not gonna say people don't go that high, but the hip hop is like 40 something. So If you get up to the hundreds, it's like, I don't even know what station I'm going to or how I'm doing this, which direction I want to go in with this. So
I think the online experience is pretty incredible.
it's pretty, it's pretty, that now. Yeah, the app, that's straight to it. You go right to what you're looking for. Even though it's still lined up at that same capacity, but it moves a little more fluidly than just listening in the car or I listen to XM all day. Shout out to y'all.
They bought they bought Pandora. Like
Pandora,
yeah. So they've been, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of extended their coverage and everything in their program. But once they bought Pandora, then they got more so into the podcasting game too. Yeah. They got a few podcasting stations as well.
Okay.
But as it goes for the go-go stage, it's funny because who works with me up there is man Darren X.
Oh wow!
Didn't even know. At XM.
Yeah, I didn't know X was over there too. I know he's with with the NBA and the NFL stuff. I didn't know that he had a 18th job. X has to be African or Jamaican or something. I'm convinced at this point.
When you good, you good. When you good,
that's what it is. Because last time
it's funny because I just got a little gig at the arena and stuff too, doing some AV work and stuff here and there too. So
yeah, shout out to X, man, for giving me those good tickets to the Wizards games and the Nationals game. Shout out to X, man. That's my ticket club right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be seeing X a lot this season, man. Up there, Nats Park, man. I'm trying to. That's my next move.
Y'all, when y'all broadcasting, I saw you live. Y'all all the way up top. Y'all perching. Y'all can see the whole stadium up there. When
I just be there as a fan, man. I be there as a fan a lot too. So
yeah.
That's my spot.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So
man.
So doing the XM thing. So I would like to include in this mixer some of those XM DJs too, because we have y'all facility. If no one has ever been to the XM building in Washington, D.C., and I always encourage, when I get a chance to talk to Sway, I always encourage him to go live in D.C. Y'all keep going to L.A., but I keep encouraging him to go live in D.C. because I say, Sway, Swiggity, Uncle Calloway, you have a wonderful facility right here in D.C. You're only 4 hours away in the drive, 3 on the train. If you bought the morning show down here for a week and gave the bands that platform that you're on, I know you've had guests to say things about our music, but if you gave if you got to experience these bands, take a week and say, I'm gonna do a different band from DC every day. That week I'm here, I'm gonna give them an hour set instead of the DJ. I'm gonna get a band a 45 minutes to an hour set live on XM radio. Uncensored, because you could do that, but it's still a morning show. So think wisely with your shake that booty lyrics, But I always encourage him to just, y'all facility up there, y'all could facilitate that inside XM. Do y'all still have those sound chambers in there when you walk into the building? They have these cone chambers that you could stand in, and you can only hear music inside of this chamber. The XM building in DC is crazy, but shout out to them. Swiggity, Tracy, Heather, y'all think about this coming to DC. I'm not going to pay for your hotel or nothing, but I'll facilitate helping the bands and all that. I know they like 5-star stuff, so I'm not going to get into that. But hey, let's reach out.
Sirius will pay for all that. Trust me.
I'm going to suggest Uncle Sway again that he comes here and just give us 1 week and just see how it works out.
They just redid all the studios in there. They just put all.
It looks better than it did when I was in there 10 years ago.
I'm mad. Gosh. I'm mad because a lot of the equipment, that old equipment that they had, that digital equipment, they just threw it away.
Wow. Well, that's just what you have to do. So I knew government agencies, they get rid of their computers like every 2 years, and they destroy them. These are like computers that have been nowhere. They've gone nowhere. People probably use them for like 2 or 3 days in the office or something like that. and for 2 years they swap them out. They update everything every 2 years, and they just throw the old stuff out. And I'm like, why y'all just throw it out? Why can't we give this to there's a charitable program. Because if we give it to one, then there's a snowball effect of, well, why didn't you give it to this place? Or why didn't you give it to that place? Or why didn't you donate to them? Or why didn't you help this person out? Or why didn't you do that? So in order to cut all that out, let's just destroy it all. You should have told me when they did that, though. I definitely would have been.
Yeah, bro, I swear, man. If I,
grabbing that out the trash can.
all the boards, the monitors, the microphones, TVs, they replaced every
radio station. You threw out a radio station, basically. So,
no, and I mean, you're talking about maybe 70 to 80. There's a lot of studios in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stations in there.
Yeah, man, they got rid of everything. Yeah, they got rid of everything, replaced it with all new stuff, all brand new computer screens. All the boards, most of the smaller boards are on iPads now.
Yeah.
The big talk studios have still their big regular radio boards, but
right.
Yeah, man, they spent a pretty penny over the COVID break and all. No, I ain't gonna say COVID break, but
yeah,
over the COVID shutdown and everything, they spent a lot of money.
Okay. Well, I'm still trying to campaign to get Sway down. Yeah, I just added him in that little clip we just did to see if he.
Yeah.
I don't want to send it to his phone because he's like, "Don't send me this stuff."
Hey, we got the performance hall. You can put about, I think, up to like 100 plus people in the performance hall. It's already set up for the band and everything.
Coach, Tone, did you put the guy up there? It's Coach.
I did. I put that up there.
Okay.
That was me. I did that.
That's all I did. Is the Coach.
Yeah, no, that was me, Tone. You got it, Tone. You good? I did.
So now, right now, the current process for you, I'm sure you have a bunch of other things on the table, but the major thing that all the DJs are talking about is this. How do I say it? Because I think I said it wrong.
WWDMV.
WWDMV.
W is one W. It's one W. WDMV.
Is one W or two W? W. All right, let me. WDMV. WDM station WDMV. Your number one. Okay, all right. Just make sure.
Still growing, man. It's still growing.
Yeah, it's growing. But what you guys are creating over there, shout out to every DJ that invest their time. Every DJ that takes this craft seriously. Every DJ that gives you the time and the energy to sit on live and put that extra effort in to do what they love to do and show you the love. And I just see everybody so happy, and I'm so proud of those guys because a lot of them were in spaces where it's like, in pandemic times, for a lot of us DJs, this is all we really do. We don't have a alternate hobby or because as an active DJ, you could be out the house 4 or 5 nights out of the week. And that would make your lifestyle just cater to making, creating, listening, and playing music. So when this Pando hit and it took away a lot of legs from a lot of guys, it took away a lot of the hunger, it took away a lot of the determination, it took away a lot of the structure. Of course, it took a big hit financially on a lot of them, man.
Yep.
Just having that extra light at the end of the tunnel is awesome. And I'm so glad that you were able to create that platform to give them the connection that a lot of them needed to continue to maintain and pace themselves in. Not only that, they're getting booked. They're getting gigs from doing what they love.
Yeah.
And it's expanding their brand and making them bigger than they ever could have possibly been overall for their careers. So I am one to say, man, thank you so much to you and whoever helped with the idea or the concept or the creation. Thank you and you guys, because it's just an excellent extension to DJs that need to have that type of process.
Well, man, I definitely can't take all the credit for it, even
Of
though,
course
you know what
not.
I'm saying, we've done a lot. I would never do that. But I gotta thank like Chris Styles and
Shout out to
the
Chris.
original White Chocolate, QIC
Yeah.
DJ Quicksilver, the
Quick,
the
baby.
DC version of
Quick was
Quicksilver.
Quick does Be More. I mean DTLR stuff, right?
No, that's
Okay.
Baltimore Quicksilver.
Okay,
That's
okay,
the one with the A. That's the Baltimore Quicksilver. The
okay.
Quicksilver that's with me is the one who's, you know, has been around DC, you know, for a long time, man, since Quigley's and all of that, who's on the radio
Oh
with
yeah,
us at
yeah. Okay,
KYS
okay,
for a lot of
okay.
years.
Shout out to White.
White,
That's
you know,
Chocolate,
White
baby.
Chocolate, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, the original one.
yeah,
So, you know, Chris Styles, him, Gemini, you know,
yeah.
they originally came together because we were, you know, myself, you know, a friend of mine, my friend April down in Florida, and
Mhm.
you know, we were already starting to like promote different DJ streams that was going on online as the
Right.
shutdown happened. And then, you know, I get a call one day from Chris and Quick, and like, yo, we trying to do something like back to back to back one day, you know,
Okay.
online, you know, and then that's how it really started. Started there, and then it just grew, man. Just started adding DJs and getting more DJs, and still got more DJs coming, and got DJs in Canada now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. And we done met some awesome people along the way.
Okay. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
What do you want to see happen to this? I would like to see a DMV XM channel. And I would like to
Well,
see you take these DJs and sprinkle some of the go-go mumbo sauce on there.
well, that's one of the goals to build the audience to a point where you can do a 24-hour station, because they only have one right now on Sirius, and that's their BPM network, which is
Okay.
mostly EDM DJs and stuff like that all day long.
They do live
But
DJs all day long. That's the only station.
well, yeah, well,
Yeah.
BPM, that's the only station that's like made for just DJs. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like but it's, you know, it's different. You know, that's like David Guetta and Tiesto and stuff like that. Now the hip hop stations have their own mix shows and stuff like that you know that they do, but there's no other channel that's like dedicated to just DJs just mixing. You know, for the whole 24 hours, or it could
Right.
be just DJ talk or whatever the case may be. But that is one
Right.
of the goals, though, to get the brand to a point where, you know, it's marketable and profitable enough to take the XM, because that also matters too. Your show has to have buying power, because XM
Right.
is powered by subscribers. You know, it's
Mhm.
not so much the ratings with them; it's
It's the
subscribers.
numbers,
So
baby.
yeah,
But they don't. It has to be somewhat, because my subscription, I pay for the subscription. You gotta. I don't necessarily. I'm not. There's no survey saying I'm just listening specifically to XM, or specifically listening to 44 or 96.
nah, they don't. Nah, they don't do surveys. Usually, terrestrial stations, local stations, they do surveys, because that's how they get their ratings. They got
Right.
to do surveys for their ratings.
I always
XM doesn't
wondered
have a
that.
competition.
So that's a question I always wondered. How do radio stations even come up with their, like, how
Ratings.
can I say that we have 20,000 listeners at 2 p.m.? Is there somebody riding around listening to stations and people call? How
So
does
they introduced this new thing after, you know, kind of after we got out the radio. This new thing called PPMs. It's portable people meters or something. It's almost like a meter that detects sounds and tones. So, you know, sometimes some people, you can have it, they can detect the sound off of anything, elevators, you know, off doctors' offices and stuff like that.
okay?
Um, but it's a new way of for them to be able to see who's listening to what and get a more accurate account, than more so than doing the phone surveys like they used to do. Because when they did phone surveys, your vote can count for like 10,000 votes or something like that towards the
One
station.
phone, one
Yeah,
for one
yeah,
phone vote?
yeah. They ask you certain questions: how old you are, how many kids you have. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll factor that into
That's a
their
broad.
numbers.
That's a broad scale for 10,000
Yeah.
listeners. So, well, okay,
Hmm.
cool. If it works, y'all like it. Hey, I love it. You know, I love it. So what else you working on right now, Malik? What can we look forward to you? It's 2023. What's on your calendar? Is there anything new that we need to know? I
Man,
heard.
like I'm working on trying to get this, trying to get another live podcast on real soon. We've been trying to get the production and everything together, get the equipment in, but all that'll be in soon. So by the end of the year, hopefully we'll have another mobile podcast to go around different
Nice.
areas and different spots, man, to be able to do the show. That's important to me. I want to be able to get out, you know what I'm saying, ready to get back out again.
Yeah, we back outside, baby.
And I want to have a meeting so I can learn who all the new promoters is, man, so I can get these dumbass hosts out of go-go.
I have no comment on that, but that's a battle. Yes, you can take that battle.
You guys can have it. It's all right.
I just play music. I just want
to sit in the DJ booth. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to sit in the DJ booth. All I ask for is a personal ashtray. That's all I ask for.
That's it.
I buy my drinks early so I don't have to go back and forth to the bar. I just sit in the DJ booth with an ashtray.
Just hit me up, man. All night. You, if you're coming, you don't even need an ashtray. We're gonna. You could just ash on the floor where I'm at. You could just for you. You know what I'm saying? For you, I appreciate.
I got at least. I can respect the club to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying?
To a certain degree. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All right. This ain't the Echo stage or something like that. Never mind.
Oh, he's fancy. He's gonna bring the fancy out.
What happened to that joint? Why ain't nobody doing no more shows at the Echo stage? Too costly, I guess.
Well, I believe they sold to the new people, and I think while we were getting an influx of events, that remember at one point it was like when they're about to sell something, there's always this big, hey, we got to do go now.
Right.
It's a money grab thing. So I believe when they sold. So I think the new owners number to rent out to others is kind of costly for go-go.
Okay.
For the go-go business right now. But if we can get this reinsurgent of our bands coming back and our fans coming back and helping to build our reboost our numbers up, then I'm sure we'll have something in there. I mean, Ging birthday is coming up. I don't know if that's one of the options. And the venue is so big, the Echo stage is so big that it has to be something that makes sense. No one wants to lose at the end of the day.
No, not at all.
Yeah, most promoters, if you got to have 10 promoters on the show, y'all already in a bad boat already. So if 10 of us take 10,000 and add this up, we can get it at 80, but we still got to do promotion. We still got to pay the bands, and we still got to do. So I understand. I think once we get something worth it, whoever's in charge will be in there before 23 is out. It has to make sense. That's all. But
I just want to stay on the talent side of things, man. I don't want to deal with this.
You were there last time we did Echo Stage. We were there hanging out. Now, who was it? Scarface and Devin there that night?
I think it was that. And I came to a blend show too. I don't know if that was I think the blend joint might have been after the Devin joint.
Which
one? I was up there too.
Did we do that?
I was there too.
Scarface? We were there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was there for that.
Shout out to Scarface.
Yes, sir. I was there for that. I was in there.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I do appreciate you coming on today, taking this few minutes out with me to spend the day. How do they get in touch with you, Malik?
Man, you hit me up on my,
Who Facebook should hit you, bands or DJs? Who should hit you?
The DJs and the bands, man. If you got music,
so you have opportunities up there at WDMV, the stream.
Man, DJs. I'm always looking for DJs, man. If you online ready, you got your OBS. Yeah, man. I'm looking for some young DJs. I need some turn up DJs, man. See, man, see if you ready to go online, see what what your pulling power is on this joint.
WDMV.
Crazy, man.
I'm gonna get a tag on there one of these days. Yeah, so DJs, hit up my guy. I mean, you can DM him right now. I don't know your favorite choice of
Man, it don't matter. Instagram, Facebook, I'm on all them joints, man.
All right,
TikTok,
that's
I'm
the
on
coach,
all them
ladies
joints.
and gentlemen. He is the guy. Malik, I thank you for giving me your time today.
Love
Round
you,
of
bro.
applause for my man. Such a good guy. Appreciate your time, man. Love you, bro. I'll see you later. As always, I had fun with you guys. We spent some time. For anybody who wants to see the replay of the show, please feel free to contact any of my pages. DJ King Cannon all the way across the board. What'd you say, Tom? Oh, for anybody who wants to see the replays of the show, please hit me up at any time or across all boards. If you need any information or you just trying to figure out what's going on in the DMV, feel free to DM me any and everywhere, 24 hours a day. I'll hit you back. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This replay will be on my Twitch. Shout out to my son because he told me to shout him out again this week. So shout out to my son. I'll see you on the field this week because, you know, we got to get those workouts in. And for everyone else, please have a blessed, beautiful, productive week. Stay sucker free. And again, this is DJ King Cannon. Conversations about go-go music. And it's always a pleasure. My man, Tone. So please close the gates. We gone. See y'all in 7 months.